I found a tiny sword on the ground. I'm so happy.
This trip is a success.
Welcome to Block by Block, exploring Chicago so you don't have to, if you don't want to. Or even if you want to, but you can't. This time we're checking out a well-known South Side dig called Hyde Park. Hyde Park's boundaries are Cottage Grove Avenue to the west, Lake Michigan to the east, 60th Street on the south, and Hyde Park Boulevard to the north. The north is a disputed boundary line as some people extend it into the nearby Kenwood community area at 47th Street. Hyde Park was an affluent area full of mansions and historic architecture. Starting in the 1950s, desegregation and then a number of unpopular urban renewal projects caused controversy and battle between class and race, changing the demographic drastically over the years. Today, it's considered a very diverse, mixed-income neighborhood. To be honest, the reason most people hear about it today is because President Obama lived there before he moved into the White House, and he still has a home there. My goal today, among other things, is to catch a glimpse at his place. This episode's going to be a little special compared to the last few because it's actually the first neighborhood that I'm going to visit in which I do not have a tour guide. My lovely friend Casey offered to accompany me, but she's just as clueless as I am because she's never been there. The fun thing here, though, is that in not really knowing where we were going, it truly became an adventure. I use the term adventure loosely, though, since we took a bus through some parts of the South Side that I never expected to be in. They were pretty shady. When we reluctantly got off the bus, we found ourselves wandering down the prestigious ivy-covered campus of the University of Chicago.
54th Street.
So, first impression of Hyde Park is that I don't know what I'm getting myself into. All this architecture. Oh, tree. God damn it, tree, you're in my way. And there's something on every side of this sign. What the hell?
It's so weird how there's a mixture of modern buildings and old buildings.
Yeah, because like those have the little like turret things on top, and then right next to it it's like this one with the big windows.
Yeah.
That's like, I don't think you can see it on camera, but it's a chemistry laboratory. What's this? On December 2nd, 1942, man achieved here the first self-sustaining chain reaction and thereby initiated the controlled release of nuclear energy. Woohoo, now we can blow stuff up. Do you have anything to say about Hyde Park so far?
I was gonna say that it's nicer than I thought it would be, but we also are still in the campus of the University of Chicago.
Yeah, well, once we got like outside, like to the more neighborhoody area, it was pretty nice.
It's really nice.
So during the World's Fair, this was like the big, like these streets were like the big entrance because it was like all the way down there was. After exploring the campus a while, we wandered south and west down to Midway Plaisance, where we stumbled into Jackson Park and what's left over of the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition, which was one of Chicago's brightest moments in history. This is a little
Fountain of Time.
Fountain of Time. Is that where you like? Is that like the Fountain of Youth? Does it take you back in time if you jump in it?
I hope so.
Oh, Drexel Fountain. I was gonna go there. I forgot about that. It was the oldest fountain in the city. There's the Fountain of Time.
Depiction of the ages of.
And it also takes you back in time. I mean, I guess they wouldn't put that like on the thing if it actually did take you back in time.
They still want to keep it a secret.
Yeah. We're heading toward the Japanese Garden, which is part of where the White City used to be. It was made for the Columbian Exposition. Fun fact about the Museum of Science and Industry, it's the only building still left from the Columbian Exposition. It was the Fine Arts Building, and then they turned it into the best museum in Chicago. It's just a little bit biased, but
Let's agree to disagree.
After circling around and back onto the campus, we crossed through the main drag on 57th Street, which is dotted with bookstores and restaurants. I wanted to find the DuSable Museum of African American History, but we didn't wander far enough west. We had a pleasant walk through the neighborhoods and into South Kenmore, though. I'd done a little research and found out where we could go to sneak a peek at Obama's house, but unfortunately, security was a little tighter than expected.
Ready?
There's a Secret Service car. Wait, what's that sign say?
Attention.
Oh, there's one right there. Oh, geez.
Wow.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't. Wow. Guess we're not going to see Obama's house today, unless we want to have our person searched. Since our Obama turnout was a little less than stellar, we'll try and make it up with some fast facts. The average rental price in Hyde Park for a studio is about $650 to $900. For a 2-bedroom, about $1,100 to $1,300. The crime rating is green, especially on campus, which supposedly has one of the highest police concentrations in Chicago. As far as transportation, the red and green lines stop nearby at Garfield, but it's still a bit of a hike and in kind of a rough area. The number 1, number 2, number 4, number 6, and number X28 all stop near Hyde Park, but beware, because some of them only run at peak weekday hours. If you're not opposed to abandoning the CTA, the Metra Electric and South Shore lines run straight through. To sum it up, a pocket of concentrated knowledge, history, and arguably posh lifestyle in an unlikely area. I just want to point out that that sign said surgery brain lobby hours. I don't know what that means.